Today we are going to discuss the tank testing procedure. Testing procedure. So there are two major occasion. One is called the major alteration, and another one is called major repairs. As per API 653. You see, this is the tank. MR is called the major repair. MA is called the major alteration. Uh, Require a hydro test. After this, we require to do the hydro test to meet the list of hydro test, or require a hydro test unless you carry or meet the list of exemption giving in API 653 12.3. They are giving some exemption. If you are doing the exemption is applicable, then you need not do the hydro test. Otherwise, after doing every major repair or alteration, you have to do for hydro test. When major alteration means new penetration greater than 12 inch or below in the liquid level. This is the liquid level. So if below the liquid level, if there is any penetration, penetration means depth penetration more than 12 inch, more than 12 inch below the liquid level, any penetration is there, then you have to go for major. That one is called the major alteration. Similarly, replacing the replacing the vertical welds more than 12 inch and more than 50% of weld thickness anywhere in the cell. Suppose this is your vertical seam, there is a horizontal seam. If you are going to repair more than 12 inch, or your penetration after grinding penetration become more than 50%, then it is called major repair. The new plate you want to provide, suppose inside that on the cell, then that is more than 12 inch in dimension, below the liquid level, new plate you want to provide, then also it is called major repair. So you have to go for the hydro test and do the all testing. And the repair means the restore to safe condition. Repair means the restore to safe condition, and alteration means the change the physical configuration. So these are the requirement which I have already mentioned here, that is written here. Alteration, major repair, major alteration definition is any work, alteration, any work on a tank involving cutting, burning, welding or heating operation that changes the physical dimension and configuration of the tank. Typically, example of alteration are the addition of manway. If you want to do the some manway nozzle greater than 12 inch nominal pipe dia, then you have to go for major. This one is called the major alteration. Repair is means any work necessary to maintain or restore a tank to a condition suitable for safe operation. Your tank is damaged, so you want to do the repair, and they are also to bring it back in the same operation condition. Then it is called major repair. The major repair and major alteration requirement I have already told. With more than 12 inch vertical welding repair, or more than 50% welding thickness reduction, then you have to go for major repair. You want to do some patch new plate provide, then also you have to go major repair. If you provide new nozzles, then major more than 12 inch diameter penetration, then that is called major alteration. Like this you have to go. Then tank quality control. Tank quality control means cell to bottom welding, bottom plate welding. There you have to do the some testing, that is called magnetic particle testing, liquid penetration testing, DP testing, magnetic particle testing, high flash point oil, that is also one type of testing. I will explain you. Leak test, that also will tell you, and alternatively leak test means a hydro test. and alternative pressure test, alternative pressure test. Similarly, bottom plate welding, there is a bottom plates, tank bottom plate, there are some welding is there. There visual inspection, vacuum test, vacuum box inspection, tester gas inspection, and then bottom plate welding. Bottom plate welding, there you can do the same thing. You can do the radiography also, ultrasonic inspection also, magnetic particle for root pass also, that also can be done. And then your roof or top roof, there also, if the internal pressure the should be less than the roof plate weight, otherwise roof plate will come out. Their testing is vacuum box testing, welding in the weld sim, vacuum box testing is required. So these are the testing required for doing the testing of a tank. Flashpoint oil. I have told you what is flashpoint oil. Magnetic particle test we are going to discuss. Flashpoint oil means this is a flashpoint oil. This is also one test of checking the welding joints. Checking welding joints. So before to doing this test, how we'll do the test? Now first cleaning the both sides of the welds, because the part weight, both sides we have to do the welding area clean, thoroughly clean, so that it is dry, completely free from dust, sack. There should not be any welding sack, welding flux or paint or grease. Then apply developer. Developer means a liquid developer, solvent base, so that it will penetrate on one side of the joint. If it is plate or welding, so one side of the joint, you have to apply the liquid developer or weight chalk, liquid developer. Then other side, spray or brush a high flash point penetrating oil, such as light diesel, opposite side of the weld. Opposite side of the weld, you provide the spray or brush the liquid high flash point penetrating oil like diesel, etc., light diesel, etc., on the opposite side. Then wait for 4 hours or overnights, and then inspection. The next day, after 4 hour inspection for see whether any oil has wicking, means oil has coming out through the capillary or not. If it's capillary, then defects, then dark weight spot will be there, because penetrating dark spot will be there when it is coming through the capillary and developer, through the developer. Then yellow dark weight spots on the white chalk or developer indicate that oil has traveled through the leaky path. Oil has traveled through the leaky path. Leaky path has come. Then you have to do the welding, completely grind up, clean, re-weld, and test again until the no seepage is observed. So no seepage is observed. So first you have to clean, then you have to apply the developer, then opposite side you have to apply the light very light diesel, such as light high flash point oil like diesel, light diesel. Wait for 4 to 5 hours, and then see whether any weeping or any wicking of oil is there or not. If it is coming, you can see, then you have to repair the same and again do the same exercise. This is called the high flash point oil test. Now, alternative pressure test. What is this? Now, this pressure test we are normally it is called air leak test, or it is called pressure gas leak test also. Air leak test or pressure gas leak test. Do you see? This is the pressure gas leak test, air leak test. So this is the also one type of test. One type of test is required to see the condition of the welding joints. So pressure gas is typically used when standard hydraulic test is imperative. You have to do a hydraulic test of a tank is not possible. Not possible because a huge amount of water is required. There you can do the this alternative pressure test or air leak test or pressure gas leak test you can be done. What is this? Now, normally it is done where the partial penetration or fillet welding joint. There are butt weld, fillet weld, partial fillet, and partially penetration, not full penetration, and partial penetration is there. This type of joint for checking, you can do the that is alternative pressure pressure test or air leak test or pressure testing. How do you do that? Remove the like this. First, you have to clean the all slag, oil and non-metal portion from inside and outside of the seal to bottom of the fillet oils. Then pressurize the root. Pressurize the volume between inside and outside fillet. Between inside and outside fillet oils with air or tracer gas like nitrogen or helium at a pressure of around 15 psi gauge. Then if and connect the air supply at one end and nitrogen or at one end and the join the pressure gauge or the furthest end to ensure that the pressure is there inside, the pressure is there, constant pressure is there. Apply bubble, then you apply bubble opposite side, both side of the weld, and see whether the bubble coming or not. If bubble is coming, that means leakage is there. If bubble is not coming, that means there is no leakage. So this type of test is applicable for fillet joint, partial joints, fillet joints, etc. So there it is. This type of leak test can be done. First you have to pressurize it, clean it, pressurize it, and then apply bubbles. If bubbles is coming, then you can say the leakage is there. Otherwise, leakage is not there. Then some factor determining the inspection frequency. How and when you are going to do the frequency, the test. যেরকম visual inspection or maintenance result. If you are doing, if you find something in visual inspection or maintenance result, then you have to go for the inspection. Then you have to determine the inspection frequency. Once you know the visual inspection that there is a crack is there, then you have to decide when you are going for do the repairing job. Corrosion rates, if you corrosive liquid, corrosive environment, corrosive fluid is there, then what is the corrosion rate? Last year thickness was like this year thickness was like this, so you can calculate what is the thickness reduction. Then that as per the thickness reduction, you can decide the frequency of the testing. Pattern inspection, corrosion prevention system, then previous inspection result. Previous inspection, is there any finding is there, then also you can accordingly you can do the testing. Methods, materials and construction or repair. If you go construction or repair, if you do for any repair or construction, or methods, material of construction or repair, then also based on that also you can take the testing or inspection. Tank location, high risk area, there it is located, then also isolated area, then also you can do the inspection. Potential for air, water or soil pollution is there, then also leakage can take place. You have to do for inspection. Leak detection system, change in operating modes. If you are changing the modes of operation, earlier partial filling was there, now full filling is there, so that also decide your inspection, determine the inspection frequency of the tank. Internal inspection procedure, and what are the procedure you apply for internal inspection? The MPT, magnetic particle test, you have to do either we have to do with wet fluorescent or contrast paint. Wet fluorescent, which can be visible with light, or contrast paint, then it is easily visible. Inspector should be qualified as per EN 374. He should be qualified. Extent of inspection should depend on the finding and follow the stepwise approach. Your how much the extent of inspection, how much inspection you will do. That will depend on the step. Suppose there is no significant defects or identified in step 1. First step 1, if you are not getting anything, that means this should be sufficient to consider the tank is free from critical cracks. First you do the inspection and you will not find anything, so you can consider the step 1 that your tank is good. But if you are getting some defects in the step 1 and then you cannot explain as and cannot be explained as insignificant fabrication defects, it is not a fabrication defect, then it is necessary to move to step 2. You have to go to step 2 and do the inspection as per the requirement. And then again step 2, you have found some defect, and that also you cannot be explained as insignificant fabrication defect, then you have to go for move to step 3. move to step 3. So first area is for step 1, step 2 and step 3. Bottom cell welds, so you have to go for step 1, you have to do the all welding joint inspection. All welding joint inspection. If it is welding joint inspection. Then annular ring, there also it is step 1, you have to do the all annular ring inspection. Bottom plates, bottom cell, that is the bottom cell, the bottom cell vertical portion. Or bottom plates, there 50%, you have to do the 50% inspection, and if you find any defect which cannot be explained, that it is due to fabrication, then you have to, second step, you have to do the 100% inspection. Similarly, cell plate T welds occur at 1 and 2. Cell plates T joints, because horizontal joints, circumferential joint, vertical joints are there between the two plates. So where the T joints will come, where vertical joint meet with the horizontal circumferential joint, that one is called the T joints. There we have to go for 100% inspection. Like this, we have explained where which inspection is, how much inspection is required, and what should be the step 2 inspection, and when should we do the step 3 inspection. And this should be done as per FEMA, means FEMA is European Fertilizer Manufacturer Association. They have made this requirement. They made this standard. As per this standard, this procedure step 1, step 2, step 3 inspection should be done. Then another one is procedure, another one inspection requirement is there. Suppose API RP 580, that is called RBI, risk-based inspection. This inspection means where you have to find out the corrosion rate. You know the thickness, initial thickness minus the when you are doing after 5 years you are doing the thickness, then the actual thickness. So this will give you the reduction divided by the time. That will give you your corrosion rate, how much corrosion rate is there. Then you can find out that this much corrosion rate is there. So what will be the life of the tank? How remaining life of the tank, how will calculate? Now T actual, how much actually you have got, and what is the required, what is required, divided by the corrosion rate. Then remaining life, we will get the remaining life, how much life is required, remaining of the tank. That also you can find out. And external inspection is for every tank to be done 5 years. As per this, the 5 years, after interval of 5 years, you have to do the external inspection, outside inspection, physical inspection, and internal on-stream inspection. When? Now after 10 years, 10 years, 10 years, you have to drain all the fluids, and then the internal inspection. These are the procedure for magnetic metallurgical test. You have to decide the metallurgical test, material, any hydrogen impingement is there, hydrogen structure of the cell, structure of the atoms, that you have to do the metallurgical test. They call replica test. That is called on-site metallurgical examination, also required to be carried out on location where linear indication are identified by fluorescent magnetic particle investigation. If fluorescent magnetic particle inspection, if you get some indication, then you have to do the metallurgical test, replica test, to see the condition of the metal, to see the condition of the metallurgical condition of the metal, and decide whether it is hydrogen cracking or what type of cracking is it, cracking has take place, what type of defect is there. That can be find out once you do the replica test. When you do the replica test, and this one is the floor plate inspection. Their grinding etc. are being done, and then you have to do the DP test. You see, this one is a vacuum test, for where you have to do this. This is the glass, this is the chamber where you seal it first with magnet, with M seal, then do the vacuum test, take out the, with vacuum pump, take out the all air, and then apply your soap solution, and if it is bubble is there, then you come to know that yes, this is there is a crack. One side of the welding joint, you have to provide this glass shield, shield this surface with M seal, then connect it with the vacuum pump, then there will be no air, and if outside air will, if any cracks is there in the welding joint, outside air will suck. It from here will come to know the vacuum, how much vacuum is there, then air will suck, and if any, and apply the foams, if any foaming is there, so soap solution, if it is foaming is there, then you can come to know the leakage. So here you see the vacuum leak test manometer. This is a manometer connected to the manometer. 3 bar pressure, vacuum pressure to be required. 3 and 5 bar as per EPI 620 require partial vacuum at least 3 psi, and then hold for 10 seconds, apply soap solution, and see the whether any leakage there is not the leakage, any formation of any foaming is there or not, and then you come to know. But this test is only applicable between 5 degree centigrade to 52 degree centigrade. Otherwise, the soap solution will not work. No foaming will be there. So that is only possible for the temperature between 5 to 52 degree centigrade. This is the magnetic particle test. You see, this is the magnetic particle test. Here we have to magnetize it. This is the magnet. We have to apply. This is the welding joint where you have to apply the. You have to create a magnetic field. Then you apply the magnetic particles. And if there is any crack is there, magnet due to this discontinuity, the particles will come here, and you will come here, and you will flux will come here, and you will come to know that there is a leakage is there. So induce a magnetic field, apply magnetic particles to the surface, view the surface, looking for particle grouping. If particle grouping is there, because there is no continuity, so grouping will be there. Your north pole and south pole, there will grouping will be, some particle will come here, so you come to know that. Otherwise it will be uniformly spread. Once you see that magnetic the particle has come very near to this, then you can sure that there is a leakage is there. And after completing the work, you have to do again the same thing, and then demineralize the area, demagnetize the area. So I think I have discussed the testing procedure, testing interval, what are the test type, major or repair, major alteration. Test type means DP test, hydro test, your air test, magnetic particle test, and your requirement of the tank. And after you when external inspection will be done, when internal inspection will be done, and step 1, step 2, test 3, how long you will do the testing. So everything has been discussed in these slides. If you go through the slides, your concept will be clear about the testing procedure, testing intervals, testing durations, everything. And if you are satisfied with these slides, with this post, you please make a tick mark, or and you can subscribe this channel, so that you will be benefited. Not only you, your colleagues, and your graduate engineer trainee, final year mechanical engineers, to appear for any interview board. This is the normal standard question you may be asked, and if you go through these slides, you can very easily answer them. Thank you very much.